Hello, everyone, and welcome to Motivating Personality Every Week. Dear listeners, today we have the distinct pleasure of welcoming Mrs. Shakun Chandan to our first ever talk show. Born in the heartland of Haryana and now a cherished citizen in London, in England, Shakun Chandan embodies a journey that spans continents and cultures. With a spirit imbued with positivity and resilience, she has not only navigated the complexities of life with grace, but has also inspired countless others along the way. She has traversed a remarkable path from the humble roots of rural India to the vibrant city space of London. Her journey, marked by determination, led her to the prestigious halls of BBC London, where she carved a niche for herself in one of the world's most renowned media organizations. We are truly honored to have you with us today. How are you? And how is the weather in London today?
I'm very well, thank you. And the weather, as you can see, is lovely today. It's not going to rain. It's sunny. And the people love this day.
For how many years have you been living in London?
It's been more than 4 decades now. It will be exactly 43 years on 11th of December.
Wonderful. Please tell us something about your parents and childhood.
Okay, my earliest childhood memories are from our field where my father, he was a freedom fighter. He was awarded as an honor this 12.5 acres plot, our farm, where my parents lived. And my earliest memories are of that farm.
Tell us more about your father.
Okay, my father was a freedom fighter. He was influenced by Mahatma Gandhiji's independence movement against the British, especially the non-cooperation movement in the 1920s. And my father was just about 12, 13 years old. And he was so impressed. And by that age of 14, 15, he joined Gandhiji. He used to go everywhere with Gandhiji's independence movement. He participated fully in that movement, so much so he had to go to prisons for that, but he did not give up. And they achieved the independence, which was their dream.
Is it true that there was no electricity at your place where you were brought up?
Yes, this is very true. There was no electricity. There were no fans. There were no fridges. There were no TVs. And it was a simple farm life.
Then how did you manage to study without light?
Okay. My mother used to have this earthen lamp, which used to be called a diya. We used to study next to the diya. And then my eldest brother, Pratap Singh, he got a lantern, which used to be called Laltan from somewhere. And that was a big, big revolution. You know, like we could study till midnight. There were all the moths and the mosquitoes, but in the light of the lantern, we studied, we worked hard.
And I believe there was no drinking water as well.
Yes, there was no fresh drinking water, but we used to get fresh water once a week from the canal. And my father used to store it in a big tank. And from that, my mother used to it used to be called the ghada. And my mother used to keep it cool in the shade. And that we used to drink, and we used to use the same water for irrigation and for washing ups.
Please share the difficulties and obstacles faced during your schooling and education.
Okay, the difficulty is our primary school was still next to our farm, but we had no chairs, no electricity, even in the school, no fans. And we all kids used to sit on the floor. And then we used to get these, they used to be called tarts. We used to sit there, but we never missed that.
What was,
We were happy as school kids.
what was the area of your interest, and from where did you complete your post-graduation?
Okay, I did my graduation from Government College Hisar with English honors. And then my father sent me to Punjab University, Chandigarh campus, where I did my master's in English.
And when and how did you join BBC? And please share your experiences at BBC.
Okay, after my post-graduation from Punjab University, Chandigarh, I joined Indian Express and I worked there for 3 years before I came to London. And with my Indian Express journalism experience, I was offered a job with the BBC as a newsreader, where I worked nearly 25 years.
I remember the whole India used to wait and listen to your voice when you covered Blue Star operation in Amritsar in Punjab.
Yes, those were the days. Even my father said that the whole India is listening to your news bulletin. They used to wait for it. My father was so proud of it that my daughter is a newsreader. My father he was so proud of me. He used to say, even if you get a job with more salary somewhere else, don't go for that job. Keep working for the BBC.
How do you relate with India now after 4 decades of life in England, especially from the point of view of status of women in England vis-a-vis status of women in India?
Yes, after 4 decades living in this country, I can see the real differences. I can compare it, but the women's safety in India at the moment is the biggest risk and the biggest issue. Things have been happening. 10 years ago, it was Nirbhaya Kand in Delhi, and it keeps repeating every year. Look what happened in Kolkata only last month. A doctor working in a hospital, she was raped and murdered at her workplace, right in the hospital, where you think you will be the most safe and secure. So women's safety is a big issue. All women have to fight and unite. They are uniting and fighting, as you can see the women's struggle in Kolkata, in all the big cities, but we still need to do a lot more. Women don't feel safe going to work, even in their own houses. So women's safety, after so many years of independence in India, women still don't feel safe.
Are you a British citizen now?
No, I am an Indian citizen, settled, working and living in London. I'm a very proud Indian citizen. I never felt the need to take British citizenship because I still feel I was born in India, I am an Indian, and I'll remain an Indian. And I'm a very proud citizen of India.
Last but not the least, any message which you would like to share with our viewers?
Okay, my message is the communal forces are raising their heads in India. We need to fight against those communal forces. In the eyes of India's constitution, all citizens are equal. We need to develop more feelings of brotherhood, and we need to work in this direction with our open eyes. And education should be at the top of the agenda. The real education, not just the passing exams, getting degrees, and then join the unemployed. No, the real education where you achieve and gain real knowledge, and then you work for the betterment of the society with that knowledge and with that insight.
Thank you, Mrs. Shakun Chandan, for generously sharing your time and experience and speaking with openness and candor. Your insights have been invaluable, and we are deeply grateful for the wisdom and experience you have shared with us. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.